Nabil Itani, you are the chairman of Lebanon's Investment Authority. What is the climate for investment in Lebanon today?
Yes, really, Lebanon, after 4 years of passing through 4 years of instability in the security and the political issues, came to, and throughout the international crisis, came 2008, or the second part of 2008, and the first and now 2002 is a flourishing years to fix the strengths of our economy, especially facing such problems as we passed or as the world now is passing. Now, if you look, and this is can be seen if you look about some economic indicators. If you notice that, can notice that the deposits in the banking sector raised within this year, this is the 9 months of this year, raised by 50%, which is against the global trend, where the cash and the liquidity are, there is a shortage in liquidity now in Lebanon.
Why did that happen?
Yes, sir. Why? Because beside all the competitive advantages of Lebanon, beginning from the location and the free economy and liberal financial environment, and the laws as secrecy law or fighting all the laws related to investment and surrounding the financial sector really are tight. But now the tight regulations that Lebanon depends, the policies that Lebanon depends, especially from the central bank and the governors of the central bank and the government as a whole, decision makers in financial, they took really in this instability, took a tight regulation toward using the money or deposit in such stocks or such complicated papers or financial papers. These tight regulations plus the secured banking sector of Lebanon led Lebanon to really to be a safe haven for this investment. Now the challenge in Lebanon is how to transfer this deposit and this exceed to productive investments projects. This is our as IDAL, this is our challenge, and this is what we are now planning, especially in the beginning of 2010 and the beginning of the new cabinet after formation in this. I hope it will be through 1 week, within 1 week.
Let's hope so. Lebanon has obviously great tourist potential. What other areas are you counting on for development?
Yes, really, usually Lebanon depend on mainly on service sectors, which include tourism and include banking sector, education, insurance services, engineering services, medical, healthcare as a whole. Really, the economy of the mainly ranged between 60 and 70% depend on this services sector. Other sectors really is now begin to appear. Some related to tourism and some related to the modern technology. What related to tourism, beside the ordinary tourism sector, we are noticing now that health tourism is going up and up. Conference tourism is returning back to its position before the instability, because Lebanon from the beginning depend on this tourism, and more and more for some special sectors in the ICT, in the communication and technology and media related somehow. That's why you can notice that the 60% of our, or more than 60, about 70% depend on this economy, depend on these sectors. All sectors, the productive sector as industry is very nice, industry very, and agro industry is very good, and especially with the agreements that Lebanon signed with the neighborhood and the international community really led to have the size of the trading bigger and bigger. Begin as تيسير اتفاقية يعني the agreement between the Lebanese between the Arab countries تيسير, it's called تيسير العربي تيسير, led that all the production from the any country or any Arab country can enter other without any taxes. This agreement and the WTO, something, the partnership with the EU, all these agreements or willing of Lebanon to enter some international agreement is enhancing the size and the size of the export to outside Lebanon.